hard for me to see exactly where the hell I went wrong. I never thought I'd see the day we wouldn't get along. You think I smoke too much, I think your friends all suck. Can't figure out the reason why your parents fight so much. But I've given up on love. But I'm happy here. I'm happy here. So leave my sweater on the porch. Bag under the stairs. Don't go back to our old place, it's probably locked up anyway. I bet it still looks the same as when I ran away that day. Doesn't matter anyway.
This is not making it in the vlog.
Behind the scenes, Patreon.
I just ran my second 5K in 6 weeks. So I did one 5K a few months ago. Then I ran this one today to see how much faster I got. And based on the clock at the end of the finish line, which isn't exactly right, but it's close enough, I PR'd by about 3.5 minutes. So obviously I'm really stoked about that. But this is my reward, and probably some really good food on the way home too. So what's up, everyone? It's currently November 1st. I'm out at, a random park in Grand Rapids. We're doing a Huckfest. It's a big, party tournament. So I've been drinking for most of the morning, playing Frisbee for most of the morning, having a lot of fun, which is something I've never done before, actually. Drink and play Frisbee. It's a lot of fun. But it's November 1st, so I'm recording this for my vlog, kind of the recording portion. So if I seem a little off, that's because I'm like 3 drinks down right now. But October was super dope, super fun. It was a little long, a little boring in some aspects, but overall it was a very, I don't know, it was just a month. Life is just month after month after month. I got to visit home in the middle of the month. That was super sweet. I saw some of my old friends. I got to hang out with them in person. I went home early. Oh, hold up. Kevin's here. All right, that was Kevin Rogers. I had to talk to him real quick. He's a G. He actually saved me earlier this month because I ran out of gas. And I didn't know who to call. I was out of gas in the middle of the road. And so I called Kevin Rogers, and he came and he bought me a little tank of gas. And I filled up my car, and it saved me probably a lot of money from getting a tow truck and everything. So shout out Kevin Rogers. You're a G. Anywho, what was I saying? Yeah, I visited home. I went home early. I was supposed to stay the whole weekend because we had a 4-day weekend from school, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But I headed home on Sunday. Something in my gut was just man, just go home. Which meant that I didn't get to hang out with my friends as much as I probably wanted to or should have. But I think I was just having a bad weekend, and I was just yeah, I'm just going to go home. And so I did. And then I think it was either a week or 2 weeks later where I also called off from school and took a mental health day just because I was not feeling it. And that's not uncommon for me. Heading into November, December, January, those 3 months tend to be just a little tougher on the mental health with the lack of sunlight, with the lack of daylight. And so I just personally have to be prepared and ready to, be ready for what might pop up, whether that's a little bit of low energy or whether that's something else. I just have to be aware that is something that happens with me in November and December, and be prepared for something that might happen. So I feel very confident and comfortable. I know how to reach out to certain people or certain resources if I need to, but I've always got to be aware heading into these kind of really dark winter months, okay, it's going to be rough. Else in October, I can't think.
What is up, Huckfest 2025? What is up, vlog?
I can't think of anything else that happened in October. I just dropped my granola bar on the ground. I'm doing my vlog.
Wait, show my van.
How you doing?
Mystery van.
You look amazing.
I'm supposed to be his friend, but I'm not blonde, and I don't have an ascot, so who knows?
So basically, he's letting the team down in spirit.
Hey, well, Jocelyn's team collapsed, so clown her for that.
What?
Your team collapsed. Your DU team collapsed. No, get out of here. Get out of here.
You're supposed to be on that team.
What else happened in October? I have no clue what else happened in October. It was a 3 paycheck month, so that's good. I start my student loan soon, and I'm fucking broke. As much as the salary is nice, I do not have money, and I'm going to be broke for the next, 10 years. But that's life. We're going to pray for America to turn it around and save it and liberals to get voted in. But, we'll see how it goes.
Can I say hi to the
Shut
camera?
up!
Fucking dog,
I
this
don't
is my
know.
boy.
I don't know what else is going to happen in November. Probably nothing except school, but I will upload my November vlog at the end, so I'll see you then, guys.
John Peterson, the dog.
Okay. Some other few things about November that I wanted to just add on here at the end before I ship this video out. I want to talk about just how school is going. I talk a lot about school because, it's my whole life, and that's part of why it's going so well, is that I get so much fulfillment out of my job, and it's going phenomenally well. And one of the things that I started this last month is an after-school music program, and that has been just an absolute joy. It's just like a handful of kids. Like, I've had 5 kids at each meeting, and I'm teaching them instruments and trying to show them what a real band would look like if we could do it, and they're getting to try out all the instruments, and I've already given the kids what instrument they're gonna be if they continue, which is really cool and feels full circle, because I had this kid who I could just tell from my experience as a music teacher, oh, this kid's gonna be naturally pretty good at trombone. I should tell him that he should play trombone. And that feels very full circle as someone who, how many years ago would it have been? 2012, 2011, when Dean Petrie would have looked at me and said, you should play trombone. I sat there and I played all the instruments, and I was like, I really want to play percussion, because what 6th grade boy didn't want to play percussion? And Dean Petrie was like, yeah, but you should do what you're going to be good at, though, and not just what you want to do. And for whatever reason, I trusted him, and I trusted his advice, and now I'm a lifelong trombone player and music teacher. So that just feels very full circle, and doing this music club has been super awesome, on top of my normal job that I already get to do. At the very end of the month, I got 2 new tattoos. I got a little dagger here. It is Loki's dagger. Mostly just because it looks cool when I cross my arms. But also I like kind of the allusion to Loki. He's a character I relate to a lot, and I think is really cool. And so that's just a small allusion to him. Then I also got this on the inside of my forearm. This is Creation, which is a painting by Michelangelo, which depicts Adam reaching out to touch God's hand. And so that's just a rendering of that. I think that's really cool. I wanted a tattoo that had to do that. I wanted a tattoo that kind of showed or meant to me that I believed in God, or that I was made in God's image. But I didn't want a typical Christian tattoo, because I think a lot of them look really just gaudy and awful. And also I have a lot of issues with the church anyway, so I try to separate myself from that sometimes. But I felt like this was a nice compromise, and there's a lot of symbolism and meaning behind just this right here, let alone all of the Sistine Chapel and Michelangelo's paintings and whatnot. So I think it's really cool. I think it turned out really well. But they were actually super cheap, which is good. I was going to get so many more, and I had all these things planned, but I think I'm going to have to push those off for a little bit until I've got my finances a little bit more in control. November will be I'm probably going to say it's boring, but it's probably going to be action-packed, just like October was, as you saw from the vlog. But the World Championship for League of Legends is next Sunday, so I'm super excited for that. Later in the month is Thanksgiving, and I'll have to decide, am I going to go home? Am I just going to chill here? I'm going to try and get out just a little more, especially on the weekends. Go to some local concerts, some cheaper stuff, and just go hang out with my friends. I got to hang out with my friends quite a bit this last week, which is something I realized that I've kind of been missing in my life. In this past month, I tend to just kind of go to school, work out, stay at home, and, you know, to some degree that's just life, but also I realized that I kind of went a whole month of just that. And when I was hanging out with everyone this weekend, I realized how very, very much I missed and needed just, you know, friends and hanging out and all of that. So that's what November's going to look like, and you'll see it all in the vlog next month.